Hello and welcome to another episode of the Foot Geekz. My name is CJ and today we'll be talking about Achilles Tendonitis. Now what exactly is Achilles Tendonitis? Achilles Tendonitis is a pain that you'll experience at the back of the heel. Most of the time it will be kind of either at the bottom back of the heel, and then sometimes it can run into the top here as well. The Achilles tendon is a tendon that's attached to the heel bone at the back, and it runs into the calf muscle up in here. If you do suffer from Achilles tendonitis, one of the things you want to make sure is that you don't overdo it when you do have the pain, because what happens if you tear the Achilles tendon, it could potentially wrap itself all the way up to the back of your knee, and it will have to be surgically pulled down and reattached at the back of the heel. So if you do end up with a lot of Achilles tendonitis, do not participate in really high impact sports or strenuous activities, because potentially you could tear the tendon and you'll end up not being able to walk and having to have surgery. Now, what are some of the solutions for Achilles tendonitis? Number one, make sure that if it's really tender that your shoes aren't too stiff in the back, because if the heel counter of the shoe is very, very stiff, what ends up happening is it's going to obviously irritate the Achilles tendon. So in this case, we don't want to have too much strength in here that potentially may even wrap in and touch the tendon, because it's going to make it sore. The other thing you can start right away is a gentle stretching regime. So I usually recommend stretching the leg with a straight leg. Put your heel on the ground. If it's really tender, maybe put something soft underneath. Use a tensor band that you wrap around the ball of your foot, and then gently pull the foot upwards towards the shin and hold that stretch for maybe 3 to 4 minutes. Now make sure that the stretch is not extremely painful. It should be very gentle. You should feel a tension in the muscle, but you shouldn't necessarily go and pull on it and tug on it until it's really, really sore, because that's not going to be very effective. It's going to cause the calf muscle to tear, and what ends up happening when you let go of the stretch is going to cause that muscle to contract as opposed to elongate, which you want to do in this case. You want to make sure that the muscle becomes a little more flexible so that it heals itself. Icing is another way to help improve the discomfort of the Achilles tendon. If you use a gel ice pack, you can usually wrap that around the tendon, and it allows you to reduce the swelling in the tendon itself if there's an inflammation. And what you want to do, obviously, if you do have an ice pack, don't have it on there more than 15 to 20 minutes at a time, and do usually put a towel in between so that you don't burn your skin. Other alternatives for stretching are the stretch ups. These ones are oftentimes used for plantar fasciitis, but because it does dorsiflex and bring the toes upwards in the front, and also brings the foot upwards a little bit, it can be a gentle stretching tool for you to wear at nighttime when you're sleeping. Another thing we like to use for Achilles tendonitis is pour-on heel lifts. So this little blue piece right here is super spongy. As you can see, I can compress it quite a bit. But what's nice about it, number one, it provides shock absorption, and number two, it provides a little bit of elevation, and that elevation helps to reduce obviously a stretching of the tendon and also the calf muscle itself when you're walking. Now, if you have any other questions regarding Achilles tendonitis, please post them below. If you have any other solutions, obviously we'd like to hear those as well. And if you haven't subscribed to us yet on YouTube, do so right here.